Leader of the Coalition of Independents, Lincoln Bain, walked onto private property on Paradise Island yesterday with a mobile phone broadcasting live on social media as he accused a family of illegally squatting and interrogated a woman who told him that she and her family had every right to be there. Now, her husband was not at home at the time of the incident, but he was there today, and he told us since last night, his entire family has been in turmoil.
Boss, to be honest with you, right now I can't think straight. My head's spinning, and I wasn't sleeping for the whole night.
He says this isn't the first time that he and his family have come under attack.
But this time, it's worse.
What makes it worse?
Because he put that on social media, and we have Haitian a shanty town over Paradise Island, all type of things.
Is it a Haitian shanty town?
No, sir, because I live there with me, my wife, and my 4 children.
Cutting to the meat of it, here's where he says the problem arises.
From a year ago, we have a new neighbor moving there. Since he came there, that things start happening.
The interviewee claims that he is not an undocumented migrant and has lived in the home on Paradise Island since 2014. He says he was born in the Bahamas, but has not attained a passport as yet. That would make him an alien without status, stateless, and his children, all minors, are the same. He says the last time he was ambushed at his home, he was accused of dealing drugs and illegally squatting.
I went to the police station, do my report, then when I get there and they ask me for all the legal documents and stuff like that, I bought them and that stopped from them.
So you were able to prove that you have rightful ownership of the property?
Yes, sir.
So a few big questions remain today. On that list, why would somebody enter the private property of somebody else making such heavy allegations? And then there's the next big question, which I put to my interviewee today. Are there any undocumented migrants currently living on that property?
No, sir. I get me and my wife and the 4 children. My 4 children were born here.
And he says he works here legally. So then I pushed the conversation a little further.
You were born here?
Yes, sir.
Your children were born and raised here?
Yes, sir.
Why do you think that these constant attacks are coming against you?
Well, why can I say it? Because we're Haitian. And he said clearly, Haitian shouldn't be living in Paradise Island.
The interviewee suggested it's nothing short of cultural xenophobia.
Cultural xenophobia is a social psychological phenomenon that we see where persons from one group may have a fear of persons from another group and can sometimes look at those that come from other groups with a sense of dismay or wariness.
That's Associate Professor of Sociology at the University of the Bahamas, Dr. Nyambi Hall Campbell-Dean. She agrees Bahamians and Haitians have lived side by side in country with lots of contention for years now. It's a tumultuous relationship, which she says can be quite dangerous, but it's a situation that she says can be easily addressed.
When we look at the issue of Haitians and Bahamians in the Bahamas specifically, we have to address that within the context of racism, within the context of white supremacy, understanding that our cultures are really more alike than they are unalike, and that there are different social factors that lead to the differences between us, but that if we just sort of embrace our history, we would realize that those differences really unite us more than they divide us.
So here's what our interviewee today says is the next course of action.
I contact my lawyer. I will have to take him to court.
Theo Seeley, Eyewitness News.